Hi, welcome to my channel. How are you doing? My name is Luben. I'm a doctor in training. I make videos based on sex, relationship. I also offer medical advice. So in these videos, I'll be talking about symptoms that could actually make you think you are pregnant. Meanwhile, you might not really be pregnant. It might be ovulation. I'll just mention about 4, probably 5 symptoms that you could be ovulating and you might think you are pregnant. So if you are new to the channel, subscribe. Don't forget also turn on the notification bell so that anytime I release a video like this, you can follow up and keep up with my upload. So stay within the video as I discuss some of the symptoms that could actually be ovulation and not pregnancy. Right now, whenever pregnancy topic comes up, most especially for those having sex before marriage, it becomes a very scary topic, right? So because nobody, most especially people who are not prepared for marriage, it's something that gets them scared. Nobody wants to get pregnant or have babies when they cannot take care of them. So it's like a scary topic, right? But some of the times most people could be misled with some of the information they see on the internet, or some of the times they believe on Google. I'm not saying Google is bad, right? But there are some particular type of information you search on the internet that might not really be relating to what you are feeling at that moment. But because those symptoms were kind of a little bit similar, you feel that's what you have. So one of the symptoms of ovulation is tenderness of breast. Now, remember, pregnancy can also cause tenderness of breast. The difference is the nipples become hardened in pregnancy. Meanwhile, ovulation, the nipples don't get hardened. So the woman will understand this better, right? But then in pregnancy, the nipples are hardened. So as a woman, if you're having the tenderness of breast, you might probably think you're pregnant. It could be ovulation. The only thing that will show you or point to you that it's pregnancy is if you have the nipples become hardened. That's when you can start suspecting pregnancy. But if the nipples are not hardened, then it could be ovulation. And the second one is rise in basal metabolic rate, or rise in basal temperature, basal body temperature. What does that mean? Whenever you are at rest, it's a particular type of temperature that you emit. It is called the basal metabolic rate. When you are ovulating, this temperature increases. And why does it increase? Because there are some hormones that are being released, right? Remember, when the egg is released, the body has to prepare, because naturally the body was prepared for the fertilization to occur. So if there's fertilization, it means there's going to be a baby. So the body starts releasing hormones that will prepare the uterus just in case if there's fertilization, right? So these hormones can increase the temperature of the body. So as a woman, you might be having this increase in temperature and you might think it's pregnancy. But you also have to understand that ovulation can also give rise. Most of the hormone responsible for that is luteinizing hormone. It's a hormone that causes ovulation to occur. So this luteinizing hormone can also cause the body to give out that part, to emit that temperature. So as a woman, you might feel you are pregnant, but you might probably not be pregnant. The third one is there's a kind of a fluid-like mucus secretion that comes, vaginal discharge. It looks like white eggs. Sometimes when this discharge comes out, some women feel they are pregnant. It's not really pregnancy, it could be ovulation. Now, how would you know if that's not pregnant? If you've not missed your period. Let's say you were supposed to have your period today, and then the period didn't come out. Next day it didn't. Third day it didn't. So if you see this mucus lining coming out, this vaginal discharge, that's not when you should start saying, where is ovulation? Because you've already passed ovulation. So if you are missing your period, it's a different case. You would definitely have to suspect pregnancy. But I'm just talking about in the middle of your cycle, because some women in the middle of their cycle, they feel they are pregnant. It might not really be that you are pregnant, it might just be ovulation. And you might not know that because you don't understand your cycle very well. So as a woman, you also have to understand your menstrual cycle. So the mucus secretion that comes out is as a result of the discharge that comes from the uterus itself, to prepare, if in case the egg has been released, it will come and implant into the uterus. Now, one distinctive feature from pregnancy is this. In pregnancy, that secretion comes out with blood. Why? Because when the fertilized egg gets to the uterus, there's an implantation, and this implantation causes a kind of an erosion of capillaries. These capillaries contains blood, and this blood can come out to the vagina. So in some women, when they see this type of blood, they feel it is their ovulation. Maybe they feel it's their menstrual period coming out. Mind you, because sometimes you might be pregnant, and when this blood comes out, maybe in the middle of your cycle, you might say, well, maybe my cycle is early this year. Someone might say, why is my cycle coming this early? No, to some women, maybe their cycle kind of shift in some instances due to their lifestyle or their eating habits. Maybe if they were supposed to see that period on the 6th, it might go to 8 or 7. To some degree, they understand their cycle. I'm talking about the normal ones who don't have that kind of an alteration. So let's say the blood discharge comes out and then you feel it was your period. It could be because you were pregnant, and that could be as a result of implantation. So if the mucous lining, if the secretion is coming out as whitish in nature, and then it is coming out after your ovulation day, then you might probably suspect that's not pregnancy but ovulation. But if it is coming out with blood after your ovulation day or your ovulation period, then you could be suspecting pregnancy. That's if there is blood accompanying that secretion. The fifth one is slight pain or cramps. Now, ovulation can also give slight pain or cramps within the pelvic region, but it's not in all women. There are some women, they don't experience it during their ovulation. In fact, they don't even feel any pains. It just comes naturally. The egg is released. In fact, some women don't even have all these things I've mentioned. If the egg just get released, they don't even have any symptoms of anything released or whatever soever. But there are some women, they have these little cramps or this kind of pain within their abdominal region, and then sometimes they feel it is pregnancy. One thing about pregnancy, if it were pregnancy, your urine output increases. Those are one of the distinctive features you might know about pregnancy. Your urine output increases to a very high degree, and your breasts become hardened. These are, if you notice from the tenderness of breast, it's like the nipples are hardened for pregnancy. Therefore, ovulation, the nipples are not hardened. So as a woman, you have to be very, very careful to know which one is ovulation and which one is pregnancy. In some women, they might experience fatigue and also nausea. That's the ability or the urge to vomit. Right? In some women, that's for pregnancy. Meanwhile, for ovulation, as a woman, you might not really feel those symptoms. So these are the 5 basic symptoms which you could be misleading them for pregnancy. So if you have ever had this kind of symptoms before and you thought it was pregnancy, just let me know that in the comment section. If there is any other symptoms you get whenever you are ovulating you want me to know about, just leave that in the comment section. I will be happy to make probably another video about it, or I will include in my newsletters. I will also leave my email in the description below, just in case you have a private question you want to ask me. You can send that to my email and I will reply you. My name is Lupe. I'm a doctor in training. Thanks for watching.